And as we talked and we looked at the infrastructure, now we're going to look at the endpoints. And we're going to start over on this end. And we're looking at some older phones here, like Cisco 7975, Cisco 7965, and the old timer of the old timers, a 9971. These are all phones that have gone end of sale. And the purpose here is to show you that these can still be attached to the CUCM infrastructure and give you investment protection, value protection, and you can continue to use those and communicate with the newer phones on WebEx calling. Also, as kind of a couple of extra treats here, we have a newer Cisco phone that's attached to CUCM via an Expressway. So we're going to see that in action. And we'll also have an analog phone that's attached to a VG400. We'll talk about that in a second. Last but not least, we have a WebEx board here that we'll be using as part of the communication to show you that room systems get to participate in this infrastructure. So why don't we start? I'm going to walk over to the WebEx phone here. And this is kind of set up in our WebEx Roadshow office, but it works as a location on our WebEx calling system. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call 2099, which are these two phones. One of them is a LAN-based, local area network-based, connected to CUCM. The other goes through an expressway through the internet, goes through the expressway, and then connects to CUCM. Let's give this a try. And we notice both phones are ringing. Now I'm not going to pick them up and start a feedback loop, but basically we have the standard office desk phone, we have the Expressway linked phone at home, or for a home user, connected to CUCM. So we're showing that pathway from the WebEx calling out to CUCM. Now we're going to use this older CUCM phone. It's the old 9971. Actually, let's use this one, the 2009. This is 7965, and we're going to call WebEx calling from there. And we notice we've got a good successful connection to the WebEx calling phone. So basically, it works both ways. And I'll end the call here. And then last but not least, we're going to take this 9971 and we're going to call the WebEx board and see if that works. And the first thing that we'll notice, apart from the terrible feedback loop, is we're getting successful audio and video communication between the two. I'm going to shut that video loop down, or that audio loop down, because it's terrible. But yeah, they're not normally in the same place. But notice how we have interconnection in with the device infrastructure. Now, I know I said last but not least, but I'm going to do this, include one more thing here. And this is a VG400. This is an infrastructure device that is connected to WebEx calling. The same device in an earlier iteration could be connected to your CUCM. This could be your analog gateway for POTS lines, T38 fax, etc. But what we've done is we've connected it as a multi-port analog gateway that's connected to WebEx calling. And therefore, what I can do is I can actually go for gold here, pick up the phone, analog phone, and then I can try to call the two CUCM attached Expressway and LAN attached phones. Now I'm going to hang that up to prevent another feedback loop. And just to complete the loop, I'm going to go to this phone here, and I'm going to give the analog phone a call and see if that works. And there we have it. Hello, hello, test. So what we've seen is we've seen bilateral communication with all devices, and what this means for your business is you can investment protect all your older phones, or you can actually move at your own pace, department by department, and know that your 4-digit dialing, your sharp code dialing, and your closed user group, your interconnection between older and newer systems will work just fine and will continue to do that going forward. So you don't have to move everything out. You can just move it at your own pace. Thank you, and let's go take a look at the soft clients.